Assalamu alaikum, greetings of peace. Here's a little song I'd like to share with you, which I'll explain how I wrote it actually, because sometimes those of you that write, you know that writing happens at the weirdest times and in the weirdest ways. I was writing in my journal next to my mother's bedside when she was very sick. She was in the hospital with cancer. She used to always say to me, "Why is this happening?" And I would say, every day that we wake up, God has a reason for us being here, and we need to learn something new, find out something that we didn't know before. And eventually she got to the point where she was so heavily medicated that she was just breathing, but she wasn't waking up in the mornings. And I used to say, "God, why are you letting this happen?" And I realized I had to take my own advice, and I realized that every day that she was still breathing and still alive, I needed to learn something about the experience. So I was sitting there reading and writing in my journal day after day. And one morning I woke up next to her and I started writing in my journal, and her breathing changed. I got up to help fluff her pillows, and I went back and finished my writing, and her breathing changed again, and I got up and went to help her readjust her a little bit in bed, and then I realized it was her time to go, to leave. So I happened to be with her at those last moments of her life, and it wasn't until a year later I remembered that I had been writing in my journal, and I thought, what was I writing that day? That I didn't even realize she was passing away at the time, and here I was writing, and when I realized, of course, I put my journal down. I went back a year later, and what I found was this song, almost completed the way it is, and I realized that I think this was maybe one of the last things I was supposed to learn from that experience. And I call the song "Live Life Like a Traveler," which comes from a saying of the Prophet ﷺ to remind us that we should live in this life like a traveler. When I was young, there were many things they tried to teach me. Son, you must be grounded, find some strong stability. Be rooted and secure to live long and endure. Don't seek out chance or circumstance, and never try if you're not sure. There was a harmony I heard when I shut my eyes. Like advice from some strange voice I seem to recognize. Build dreams or chase behind their shadows in your mind. You can choose to give or lose, take what you get or seek to find. And live like a traveler, only passing through. Don't let your baggage weigh you down through all you need to do. Faith and friends and freedom, they will always be with you. If you live like a traveler, only passing through. Looked out from the windows of my school and parents' home. There was so much new to learn, I got an itch to roam. It wasn't long before I unlocked the old back door, and I was roving in the world to learn and to explore. And I live like a traveler, don't let your baggage weigh you down through all you need to do. Faith and friends and freedom, they will always be with you. If you live like a traveler, only passing through. I look back in all honesty, my parents weren't all wrong. It's important to know who you are and where you best belong. But roots don't grow in boxes, dreams wither out of range. Cash in the bank can't buy success if you're afraid of change. And that old world stability must mean something else to me, 'cause I feel it underfoot each step I take when I am free. And I live like a traveler, only passing through. Don't let your baggage weigh you down through all you need to do. Faith and friends and freedom, they will always be with you. If you